Well, welcome back, Jack. It has been 3 weeks. I cannot believe that it's been that long since we did our last podcast. I apologize, guys. I'm the kind of person that no matter what, if I got to stay up all night, I basically can get stuff done. And I have not done that. I've literally dropped the ball so bad on this podcast still. I just let other things be more important, such as family, hunting, the list goes on, collabs in Kansas. Yeah, so I don't apologize for that, but I do like when I say I want to put a podcast out every week, that's what I like to do. So I apologize for it being like that. 3 weeks of nothing. But anyways, I'm glad that you guys want it back. I've been getting a lot of emails and some messages on YouTube saying, hey, are you going to put another podcast out? You going to make me drive all the way to work just listening to my tires spinning on the road or what? So anyways, we're back, and I am a lone ranger today. Not because anybody said they can't make it. I just knew I have to get one out, and I'm going to let you guys know what's going on. Let me real quick just go over some of the hunts of the last 3 weeks. The last we did update was, believe it or not, prep for opening day. I can't believe that's, like I said, that's how long it's been since we put a podcast out. But anyways, we've been having actually some really good hunts. Opening day was good. It wasn't as good as anticipated, but we knew it was a possibility of having a slower hunt. The cool thing was it was Mallards. And so got a little bit of a Mallard fix there for opening day. I don't even know if I could have got on the refuge anyways. Didn't draw a resi. And you're always taking a big chance when it comes to lottery. So you never know. But anyways, we've had some really good hunts. We've had a few slow ones, but I don't believe I've been skunked yet in this California season, if I'm thinking correctly. Rocky has made some incredible retrieves. If you guys like watching duck dogs, Rocky is doing really good this year. His nose has really progressed. And I have heard that. I wondered last year because I just don't feel like his nose was incredible. But I do know at the end of season is when his nose started really coming in. He found that banded Mallard I shot that I basically gave up on. And that was when he really used his nose to find that one. And that was like end of December. So this year has been even 3 times better than it was last year as far as his nose goes. And he has found multiple birds in those thick tulies. He found one for Nathaniel. I couldn't believe it. It was incredible. He was literally, so you guys got to know, he's a 92-pound dog. He was 97 pounds. I asked the vet, I go, do you think he's overweight? And he's like, no. And then I kept asking him like 2 more times. And he said, well, he probably could lose a few pounds. It probably won't hurt him. And I said, well, it has been the off season. So he's been doing nothing but laying around, sweating his rear end off in the garage, and eating. So he said, well, just see how it goes. So anyways, I really didn't cut his food back or anything, to be honest with you. I just started feeding him earlier in the day because I only feed him once a day, 2 cups. If he hunts, 3 cups. And I went back to the vet to get that second lepto shot about a month later. And they said, we weighed him and he was actually 92. So he actually lost 5 pounds and he looks really trim right now. And so I'm thinking he's pretty good. And plus all the hunting he's going to be doing, he's just going to be a lean fighting machine. So I'm not worried about it too much. Like I said, he's really in good shape for being a bigger dog. He's just so barrel-chested and big. But yeah, he was throwing himself in the tulies. I mean, he couldn't even walk through. He was like lunging into it and laying him flat and then digging in. And he comes out with a big old Drake Gadwall that my friend's son shot that I took on that one hunt. If you guys seen that, we switched refuges. We shot a few. There was a lot of birds there on the first one. Oh, what was the name of that video called? Let me find it for you guys. Because I do know that there was a lot of people that were listening to this that didn't even watch YouTube. So they actually pulled over. It pulled over from guys from the podcast over to the channel. So I thought that was pretty cool. Some good carryover. And I got some more things to say about social media here pretty soon. But let me give you that video if you want to go watch it. Believe it or not, the title of that video was North Winds Blew the Ducks In. It was published, I posted it about 6 days ago. And we shot 2 limits in about 2 hours. It was really awesome hunt. Really strong north winds that day, 15, 20 mile an hour. You know how it always is with ducks. If you don't know, I promise you, if you can see north winds and cold air, get out to the duck pond. Any of you guys that are new hunters, I'm telling you, that is the time. You see south winds, no matter how heavy they're blowing, I am not a fan of that. Honestly, I almost stay home at that point because it's just like never really. I've had a few good hunts with south winds, but for the most part, it just whacks the birds out. And oh, by the way, I got a real kick out of someone that listened to this podcast. Actually, let me say that to the end. I actually, believe it or not, I actually have a list of order that I'm going to keep this in. But we had that hunt. I said about the north winds blew the ducks in. I've done some cooking videos. And if you guys want to see some recipes, I am cooking this whole season out of the Duck Duck Goose cookbook. You guys got to check it out. Hank Shaw is the one that wrote it. He's an incredible chef. He actually lives not far from here. He's not a native of California, but he lives in Sacramento right now. And we're going to try to hook up with them. We're going to try to do some cooking and some hunting together. I really hope that lines out. He wants to hunt here down the grasslands. So if we get a resi, that's a big if, we get a resi, we're going to take him out and he's going to come back to the house and we're going to cook up a scrumdiddlyumptious meal with him. Someone that really knows what they're doing. But believe it or not, someone like me that doesn't really know what they're doing, I cooked up that pan-seared duck. It was mallard breast. Oh my goodness. Guys. You've got to start cooking your birds with the skin on. Okay, now when I say birds, I don't mean anything. I don't mean divers. I don't mean buffalo heads, which obviously they're divers, but I don't mean those kind of ducks. Specifically, pintail. Actually, it was a really close race. You can ask Thomas. Wish he was here for this. But we did, in Kansas, so let me step back. We did a mallard with the skin on. Here, it was incredible. Me and the girls ate it. It's on a video we did on the YouTube channel, Mid-Valley Mercenaries, if you want to check it out. Title of that video is Pan-Seared Duck and Veggies. And then in Kansas, and I'll talk about that here in a second, we just got back from Kansas doing a big collab we've been talking about for a long time. If you guys watch the channel, you know there's 6 of us channels involved in that. It was myself, Mid-Valley Mercenaries, me and Thomas, Mid-Valley Mercenaries. It was Outdoor Limits with Josh, Elliot with Freelance Duck Hunting, Jordan with Duck Gun Chronicles, Matt with High Prairie Sportsman, and Thomas with Virginia Outdoors Unlimited. Getting pretty good at that. We said that enough over the weekend. We all got really good at spitting it out real quick. But anyways, who shot a pin? Oops. Well, let me keep that on the down low. That's on a video to come. I won't give that away yet. You'll see that video next week. But someone shot a pintail. And I skinned it out. Well, I didn't skin it out. I breasted it out with the skin on. Holy mackerel, guys. There was so much fat under the skin of that bird, and we cooked that up. Josh from Outdoor Limits cooked it up over the open fire. I wish I would have got a video of that. Cooked it to medium. Holy moly. It was so good. I really think it was a close tie between that mallard and that pintail. And Hank Shaw swears by pintail. He said, man, if anything you want to cook with skin on, or even whole, it's got to be pintail. He goes, it's one of the best birds there are to eat, and I agree. We also have done canvasback and stuff like that, so don't want to keep rambling about that. I'm just talking to you guys about the hunts that we've been on. Let's see, what else did we do? Rocky found some. He's really made a lot of incredible blind retrieves, and we got him on video. Also, I did a hunt. It's called an Unexpected Successful Public Land Hunt. It was with my 2 little girls, Vivian and Violet. And that was a great hunt. You guys got to watch a hunt. Getting the youth out in the blind, and I just had fun and a blast with them, painting their faces up and shooting some birds. Rocky finding some birds. It was just all around like one of the most satisfying hunts I go on. It's a blast with friends and my brother and Travis and Talon, all these guys and all the other people I hunt with. But just doing that one, it was just so fun. Like, it was priceless. I know that video is going to be worth $1 million to me. Or priceless, basically, with my girls. So if you want to see something cool, see the little kids out there and their excitement holding the birds. It was pretty fun. So anyways, that's it for most of the hunting. Weather has been really weird here in California. I know it's been like that pretty much across the United States up to the Midwest. I don't really know about back east, but man, it's been awesome. And I've never had incredible hunts like I have at this time of year. End of October, winds were just blowing. It was nuts. crazy. I was so stoked, and I thought, you know what? The north winds aren't going to do no good, and this time of year it's too early, and oh my goodness, man, it brought the birds in. I mean, it really brought the birds in. I could not believe it. Incredible. Me and Nathaniel went out and just whacked them. Good bird. Lots of gadwall. Seen mallards, several pintail. So green wings, a lot of green wings here too. And see, that's not, I mean, we always can shoot green wings, but to get a lot of mass green wings, that usually means the migration started. And I mean, my goodness, guys, we're only the first week of November. So I don't know if that's going to mess the later season up or, what's going on. So anyways, weather's been nuts. No rain, nothing wet, just cold and windy. And that's exactly how I like it. So Kansas was awesome. I would say the only negatives of that trip was not having enough time to hang out more and just really get to know each other even more. It was just like boom, 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 knocked it out, hunt all day. It just didn't have much time to just shoot the breeze with the guys. And but I tell you what, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. All these guys are passionate about duck hunting. I'm just letting you know right now. Just as much as I am. I feel like I'm like the most passionate, hardcore duck hunter on the face of the planet, which probably a lot of you feel the same way. And that's good. I don't think anyone's bigger or badder or better than the next guy, but you just know how sold out and dedicated you are. Well, these guys are legit, man. I'm telling you, they are exactly how they are on their videos and their channels. I mean, that they're hardcore. They don't mess around. They're serious. They do the work. They grind. They put themselves in precarious positions to get on the birds. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, we just get out there to hunt. And if we're freezing cold, we're going to be out there. It was awesome. It really was. Can't say enough about it. The third day, I really didn't get to hunt with anybody. I hunted with Fumbles, which is Carl from Freelance Duck Hunting. I also hunted with Aiden, which is a legit, super cool guy. I really like Aiden a lot. I could hunt with that guy all the time. He was really cool, and he has a channel, Cherry Creek Outdoors, on YouTube, and he puts out really, I think, some great content. And also, Duck Gun Dad, or Eric, Jordan from Duck Gun Chronicles dad. Super nice guy. I mean, you just can't beat these guys. Every one of them. Every single hunt was fun. We had a blast. Thomas had a blast. We all did. Really fun. Can't wait to share the rest of the content with you guys. So I'll probably forget something I want to say about that trip, but all I know is it was really fun, and we're looking forward to doing something bigger and better next year. You guys stay tuned for the Flyways Collective. I'm telling you, it's going to be something big. All right, another update. This is almost like an update podcast. New apparel. We got new apparel, and apparel that you can wear in the duck blind, okay? The stuff we had before is legit. We sold all of it out. We don't have a single thread of any of this stuff we had before, besides a couple left of the heather gray t-shirts and long sleeves, but the hoodies, gone. The thing is about those hoodies, you can't wear them in the duck blind. They're not the right colors. They're more just to hang out or go to dinner or whatever you want in, and I really love the design logo on that. This one is like a tan color that you could wear in the marsh. It's got a pintail landing in the marsh on the back, and then it's got our logo in the front, and then Mid-Valley Mercenaries down the sleeves with the brown writing. It's really nice, guys. If you want to check it out and go look it up, midvalleym.com, midvalleym, M as in Mike.com. Go check it out. I think you guys will like it. All right, we got a future trip coming up. Future. That means next week we are going out of state again. Can you believe that? You guys probably think we never work, and you're probably right. We work once in a while. But we are going out of state. Kind of keeping it on the DL right now. But I really think you are going to like these videos. I don't know. I mean, we could be creating anywhere from 8, 9 videos all the way to 15, 16 just from this one trip. It's going to be legit. This trip is the one I've been thinking about ever since last year. We talked about doing this. The awesome thing is Talon's going, Travis is going, Titus is going, and Thomas is going. The original Duckman, the guys that, Thomas has been around about 5 years, but I'm just giving him some hard time. But I've been hunting with Travis, like I said, since I was 15. I'm 35 right now. Talon's been out in the blind since he's about 5 years old. He's 18. So even though he's a young buck, he's been out there a long time. We got some funny stories about that too. I would love to, but I don't want to embarrass Talon too bad. Josh Webster can vouch for that. There's just some funny stories with these young guys in the blind, and now I hunt with them as buddies. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be 4 of us, and we're ready. I mean, we are ready. We're wanting to pack now. It's game time. So anyways, that'll be coming up next week, and we'll be doing some podcasts while we're on the road too. So stay tuned for that, guys. I promise we won't let that gap happen like this again. I promise you. Take my word for it. I won't let that happen again. Even if I just have to get on and read you a excerpt off the line for 5 minutes just to give you something, okay? All right. Future guests. I did want to let you know some future guests that will be coming on the podcast. I don't like usually do this, kind of like letting it be a surprise, but I thought, you know what? I'll just kind of let you guys know what we got planned. I mean, there's a lot more than this, but Josh from Outdoor Limits can be coming on the podcast. Also, Shane Smith. He's a world-class, world-renowned taxidermist, bad to the bone, incredible work, and nicest guy in the world. He's going to help give tips, tricks for taxidermy and for keeping that bird prepped after you shoot your trophy bird, plus all kinds of other things, guys. I mean, the guy is a major hardcore duck hunter, and also we're probably going to be planning to go with him to hunt in, my mind just went blank. Oh, man, it's right there. It's South America. Do a big-time duck hunt. It's with him. It's going to be incredible. It's not cheap, but I've been wanting to do it for a long, long time. I'd really like to get Travis there too. Man, why I cannot believe that is leaving my mind. Obregon. That's where we're gonna be going. So he is booking fast. I don't know if we'll be able to book. It might be 2 years, but really looking forward to that. And we're gonna talk about that and the hunting there. And you might, if you're listening, you might want to buy one yourself. I'm telling you. You should see the pictures. These birds are fully plumed. It's after the season's over. It's during all January. Well, really, December, January, February, and the first week of March. So you can only imagine how plumed the birds are. So if you want that stud spoonie, there you go. All right. Hey, if you guys don't mind writing us, give us a rating and a review, please. Tell us what you think, your thoughts about this podcast, and it helps us it shows up on other podcasts if you guys really rate this and review this. That's why we ask so much for it. So we appreciate that. Also, I wanted to pull up, a while back, me and Travis had a passion for duck hunting, and I wanted to read what some of you guys said. Now, you're going to have to forgive me because I am going to have to pull this up. This is back in the archives a little bit. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody's, just get to a couple guys, and maybe I'll speed read it, but at least get you guys out there. All right. Hunter, and I don't want to say this name wrong. Oh, okay. Angel. Hunter Angel, that's what he said. He said, "Hey guys, my passion for duck hunting started 4 years ago when I went on my first hunt and killed a woody. It was so much different than deer hunting, which is the only hunting I'd ever done to date. Ever since then, duck hunting has been one of my biggest passions. There's just something about hanging with your buddies in the blind, watching birds work, and eating junk food that makes me crazy about it. I trained my own hunting dog as well, and last year was our first season together. He's 3 years old. He's a 3-year-old Boykin Spaniel, and watching him get his first bird literally brought tears to my eyes. We put so much time in together to get him to that point, and seeing all the hard work and frustration pay off was an incredible experience. There's nothing quite like duck hunting. Thanks, Hunter." Hey, man, I almost got teary-eyed. I remember the first time Rocky brought a bird back, and you won't understand it until you do it and experience it. It's incredible. So thanks for turning that in. Hey, Todd Witchard, I hope I said that right. He said, "Hey, Titus, was listening to the MVM show today and thought I'd chime in on your request for what drives our desire to chase these ducks, even in the worst conditions Mother Nature can throw at us." By the way, guys, I was really impressed how you guys were writing a worded things. I think you guys need to become scholars or something. To me, it's the anticipation of what the hunt could bring. You never know if it's going to be a stinker or a huge success, and that's what makes me wild with anticipation. You can't kill ducks in your living room. I've had some of my best hunts on days where it would have stunk in some of my worst hunts when all the stars were aligned. Every hunt is a total new experience. We buy all kinds of gadgets and gizmos to try and fool them. We buy the latest and greatest gear so we can go further in and stay out longer than the next guy. Bottom line is that I never wake up the morning of a duck hunt thinking, boy, today is going to suck. It's today I have the chance to shoot a limit of greenheads by 8 a.m. It's truly like a drug or booze to an addict. Anyways, love the show. Keep up the great work. Thanks a lot. Todd, let me read one more. Was this the one? There was one on here. I was like, wow. Oh. Okay, this is the last one I'll read. I know there was more than this, and some of you even put it in the reviews, and I'll try to get to those next time. I didn't want to be this too long, but I want to give a couple more updates for you guys, so don't hang up now. This is not the end of the podcast. Harold Lafine said, I'm not sure what it is you gents are looking for, but I will just express my love for the sport. To me, duck hunting is more than just a sport or a hobby. It's the spiritual feeling I have as I watch the sunrise of the mountains while I sit in a blind and observe God's hand. A painting come together from the darkness of the early morning to a canvas full of the majestic, vibrant colors of nature's palette, swearing that the beauty that is drawn before me was done so by him just for me. It's the way you jump from a midday slumber on the dike and your heart races because the geese finally chose to make a pass over you. It's the frustration and heartbreak you feel when you dump 3 shells at said geese and not a single one even stumbles in flight, let alone falls. It's the sweaty walk of a dike on the opener and the weekend of the flu cause found the X for the last 3 days of season. The tempered tantrum of a tired young kid at 4 a.m. and the excitement of the kid's first falling bird. The peace and tranquility of setting your spread and the pride of cupped, fooled ducks falling in or upside down geese landing in your field. It's the humble pride of your new pup's first retrieve and the tears down your face when you have to let him go. And tears again when he or she isn't there for the opener of the next season. It's being broke every payday and no more room in the garage for the wife's car. Mostly it's being rich with God's love, rich with the memories of time spent with yourself, with your dog, with loved one, friends and family, and rich with a passion that cannot be explained. And sadly, I feel that I have still not put to the appropriate words. Wow. Harold, that was money, dude. That gave me chills, actually. Hopefully that gave you some of you chills. That was powerful. That's why we do it, guys. This is a passion. This is a passion. This is not a game. This is not entertainment. Yes, we make videos. We get excited. We get pumped. It's fun to entertain. But when the rubber meets the road, guys, he said it. I'm not going to try to reiterate it. It's duck hunting is its own beast. And until you experience it, don't put it down. Don't throw it on the back burner. Don't throw it away. Because I'm telling you, it's something that lasts and it's awesome. All right. Just want to give you also a little update. I got off social media. I got off Instagram, got off Facebook. No, they did not turn me off, guys. They did not cancel it. They did not take me down. Did not block me. Nothing. I went on there and I hit the delete button. You say, Titus, you're nuts. No, I don't think I am, actually. I'll tell you this. I had 15.5 thousand followers on Instagram. Okay, I didn't have that many on Facebook. I had like 1,200. Okay, why did I do it? Why did I do it? I'll tell you why. Because it took a ton of time and energy from my life. You say, well, what do you mean? Okay, let's just pretend, and no one's going to understand this unless you have something of around that size or bigger. Let's pretend that you were getting a text every 5 minutes all day long. Would that annoy you? Would that drive you nuts? Would that take energy because you keep looking over at your phone and you see it buzzing, you see it going off? Or someone calls you over and over and over again. That's exactly what my Instagram was like, guys. You say, man, you could have just blocked it. You could have, trust me, I've already heard a bunch of people saying different things about it, like, oh, ways to work around it. Trust me, I've been wanting to do this for 6 months, and I've thought of multiple ways I could keep it and still have one without me running it or dealing with it. Yes, I could have paid somebody to do it, but me, I'm just somewhat of a control freak. I feel like I need to be doing stuff myself. I feel like I need to do it all myself sometimes. Like I just got to do it all myself, and I talk to people about maybe running it, and it's just like, you know what? Why? It doesn't have any carryover. I know you guys like seeing the pictures probably, and some people like that. Some people were just being nosy. Some people only wanted to see it because they want to know what was going on. I literally every day before hunt day in California, I get 5 to 20 messages asking where I'm hunting. I've said it, I don't know how many times in my videos. I'm not saying where I'm hunting. I don't say in the videos. I don't say in the podcast. I don't tell anybody. I don't tell even somebody through Instagram. I don't. That's just how we roll. So, yes, they are public places, but you know what? Everybody else can find them too. And if you don't know about duck hunting, if you're trying to get into it, there's a point where, yes, I'll try to help you guys, but I'm not going to tell you, go to this refuge, hunt at this pond and blind. It's not about being secretive. Some guys are like that. Like they're not going to help you at all. I will absolutely help you in any way I can, whether it's with decoy spreads, knowledge about duck hunting, how to set the spread up, which way to face, what kind of wind needs to blow, this and that, gear to use. I will do my dead level best, and I do. If you ask anybody that I've helped, and that's been more than you know, and I'm not patting myself on the back, I'm constantly on emails, and when I had Instagram, Facebook, I was constantly doing messages, and guys, it was taken away from my time. It was taking energy away from me. I'm here to create content on YouTube, and believe it or not, I actually love podcasting. I love it. So doing podcasting, YouTube, 2 videos a week, sometimes 3 during duck season, and then trying to run an Instagram with over 15,000 followers and over 1,200 on Facebook. It was too much. I don't need that in my life. And the thing was, it wasn't carrying over. I want to grow on YouTube. I don't care about growing on Instagram. People say, well, how'd you get so many followers? And I know that probably bugs some people because some people are trying so hard to grow and stuff. And I get that. I'm not even being cocky about it. I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to grow your YouTube, it don't work like that, in my opinion. That's just me. And I said, you know what? I'm pulling the trigger. And part of it was just what I felt conviction in my life from God too. Like you're spending all this time. You don't want your kids to get on it. You can disagree with me. You can think I'm crazy. I don't want my kids on that social media junk. You do enough studies, you listen to enough people and all this. I'm telling you, social media is horrible for our young people. I think there's a point to where they're old enough they can handle it, but letting kids get on this stuff is ridiculous. So if I'm not going to let my kids get on it, why in the world should I be on it? Right? It's hypocritical, isn't it? So anyways, and I'm talking even when they get older, even when they're 18, 19, I don't want them to be on that. They can make their own choices and decisions when they're out of my home. But when they're in my home, there's no point of it. There's no need for it. And so I thought, well, why in the world do I need to be on it? If it was growing the YouTube and it was really good for business, I'd keep it. But since it's not, I'm letting something rob time from me that's not doing me any good, right? Most people are for selfish reasons that they even have an Instagram, or people go only like or follow people because they're nosy. So I'm not down in social media, guys. It's been a powerful tool. I have met some people. I'm probably going to lose those opportunities. But look, there's still email. You can email us at midvalleymercenaries@gmail.com if you want to have questions. In fact, there's a bunch I've got to reply to. I just haven't had a chance to. Some guys asking about their new to hunting and they need some help and I want to help them. I just haven't got a chance to reply. But yeah, that's my stand on the social media deal. So I apologize for some of you that were really good followers and sincere and liked following that. But guys, if you follow us on YouTube, you're going to see all of this. And I'm going to be doing a ton of stories on YouTube. Yes, that's right. YouTube does stories. So I can update on there all through one app instead of bouncing around between all these platforms. I can do it right there. I'll post pictures on there. I'll do stories, which is live basically almost, So I'll keep you guys informed. All right, we're almost done. midvalleymercenaries@gmail.com. Write us. Tell us what your thoughts are. That's about wrapping this up. Like I said, we got a big trip coming up, and we're back on the train for getting the podcast rolling and keeping them out. We're going to do probably some more tonight, and those will come live next week. And looking forward to it. You guys are going to love it. Can't wait. If you want to keep up to date with our hunting exploits and duck hunting and waterfowl, go check us out on YouTube, Mid-Valley Mercenaries, and the rest of the Flyways Collective. If you like content for duck hunting, go on there, check it out. Guys, thanks for joining us today. We will see you on the next one.